Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Tigers will hustle through the line.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Back to throw, it's Miranda. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. This is a 3rd and long. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Gonna take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Power football with the run. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Miranda. Trying to get rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive. All right, we're going for this puppy. We got our fourth down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, LSU.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Seems like when these two get together, it's always a slugfest, and Alabama won a close one last season.
Yeah, it was Alabama that finished out the 12th round in that slugfest, too. It usually seems like the team that lands the last big haymaker wins, and that was the Tide last time.
Well, I think that's why it's so important getting out the gates early. Both these teams know each other, don't like each other. Get out the gate strong.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Snap it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. And he's got it at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The run from the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. The Tide will get the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early on this opening drive for them. They're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
To the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
LSU quick to the line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Connection to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
They'll try it over the left side. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Georgia somehow, some way, found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. No cupcake picks this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the lead.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback will audible. They'll run play action. Looking for space to the left. Fires the pass. Intercepted. The 50. The 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown Tide. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He's off to the races. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Quickly complete. Touchdown, LSU! What a catch and run for 6.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. That's caught. It's Peters. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tagged.
Gets it out quickly. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Wants to throw. It's Miranda. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Going up top on first down. They're bringing heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes that Alabama offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do.
He's going up top. Makes the catch down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run the toss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking to pass. Quarterback moving. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, They still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up a first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Toss sweep to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to go up top on first down. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. LSU right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Miranda. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to find his man on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he intercepts it. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Direct snap. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now improvising. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. Keeps it.
Man, those are back-breaking.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bama! They've got the lead here in the 4th. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Fair catch, called for and made. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
To the air, it's Miranda. Dances away. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Maddox. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He's got his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got his man on the right. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Maddox. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Miranda. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Peters. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This offense has a second down play. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 35. He's loose. At the 30. He's at the 20. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
The old coaching cliche.